Magandang araw. Ako si Kuya Code. Today we'll be continuing to learn Python through college coding challenges on Hackerrank. Today's challenge will be based off the sWAPcASE challenge. So in this challenge, we are given a string and we have to convert all the uppercase letters to lowercase and all the lowercase letters to uppercase. So I'm going to start in Visual Studio Code. Um, the challenge is pretty simple, but there are a couple things I wanted to explain ahead of time. So as you know, as we know, a string in Python is written like this. We have hello, but in older languages like C, a string would be written like this instead, or something similar to this. So we have something like that. So this is not necessarily a string the same way we have it in Python. This is a list or an array of chars, and chars means a char is a character. Um, so there are a built-in function that we can use with char types. So for example, we can take the ord function, we can give it a char like the letter A, and if we print that out, then it gives us, I need to save that, it gives us 97. Which is the ASCII value of the letter A. But also what we can do, the inverse of that is char. So if we pass in char 90, or pass in the ASCII value of 97, it'll convert it back into a char. So we would expect to see the letter A again. So yeah, that's what we have. We have a lowercase a. So this is A turned to a number, and then the number turned back into the char. Um, so to kind of explain more details about ASCII, let's see here. I'll first make a for loop for I in range. We'll go from 32 to 128, and we will have a print. I'll format this to make it a bit easier to read. So first we will do an, let me close that. We'll do a open square bracket, and then we will do a format, which can just be the I, which is the index that we're going to be grabbing. And then we can use left justify to make this specific string only have a width of 3. Maybe I'll make it 4 just in case. And then the next string we're going to have it'll be another format. We'll have the char of I, and that one will be right just 1. And then we can just close that. And I will replace the new line character with just an empty string. So we'll print that. One thing else we'll do to make it more readable is if I divided by 10 equals 0, then we'll just print. What this is going to do is just going to print the first 10 on the same line, and then it's going to print a new line. That way you don't have, you know, all of these on a single line, so it makes it easier to see. So let's see what happens if we print that. So if we print that, we now have a chart, which is a bunch of ASCII characters. So for example, ASCII 32 is a space, ASCII 33 exclamation mark is a quote, here's the pound sign, dollar sign, etc. So starting from 65, we have A, these are all the uppercase letters, and then that goes from 65 to 90. And then starting at 97, we have the letter A in lowercase, and that goes to Z or Z, which is 122. So one thing that you might have noticed is the only difference between the uppercase A and the lowercase a is 32, because 65 plus 32 is simply 97. So we'll just make another function here. I can probably get rid of this stuff. So def swap case, we'll pass in the string, and we'll just get the results. A lot of this code is going to be more than we need to, but I think it's better to have a more in-depth example to make it easier to understand. So there's our list for char in S. So for every letter in the string, if A is greater than or equal to char, or greater than or equal to Z. So that means if the character in the string is between these two values, well then we can just result dot append, take the char, ord char plus 32. So we have the char here, the character. We convert it into a number, then we add 32 to that number, and then convert it back into a character, and then it's going to be appended. So that's literally going to, for example, take the capital letter, convert it to the number, which is 65, add 32, which gives us 97, and then convert it back, which is just literally going to give us a lowercase a. So then we can do the same thing for the other case. So elif if a, okay, if it's lowercase, then we can just simply subtract it to give us a uppercase letter. And we don't necessarily need this here, but that is it for that. We could leave it there if we want to. And then we can just return join result. So this is just because this is a list of chars, like I said, like in C, we're going to make it into a string, but for between each item or between each char in the list, we're going to put this character between. So because this is empty, it's going to just squish them all together and make a single string. If you have a different character in there, then you'll just see the exclamation mark between each of the characters, but that is fine. So this is going to be returned. So if I print hello in lowercase, and I will actually hide that. Print hello in lowercase, we would expect it all in uppercase. We'll make just this L and this O uppercase, and then you will see that the L and the O is lowercase. So this is a kind of not really redundant, but it's a more complicated way to convert characters because this isn't necessary. But when we go to the Hackerrank challenge, there's a much easier way to do that. So let's see here. So first we're going to get the string input, which is just a string. We'll just pass it into the method, and then it's going to expect some return value, which would be the string with the cases swapped, and then we'll just print it out. So let's see here. So one of the things, strings are immutable, so you can't actually, if you have a string at I, you can't, reassign that like this. It just doesn't let you. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to assign it to a new string and then just add each character that's changed onto the string. Same thing what we do, but we didn't necessarily have to do it as a list like this. We could have done it as a string and it would be the same thing. So I will just so make a new string, which is just empty for I in range, the length of the string. If s at I is lower, then we can simply new string plus equals s I upper. So this is a method built in a Python that automatically converts it. It basically does the same thing what I mentioned here, in a sense where it just adds on 32, so we can get the inverse of whatever the case is for the letter, and then simply enough, else new string plus equals si dot lower And then after we're done looping through, we can simply return the new string. So let's go ahead and submit that. Okay, we got that one completed, and let's go ahead and submit this. All right, perfect. We are done. So if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more coding challenges. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions for future videos. See you next time on Kuya Code. Paalam.